Welcome to day 19, and we're moving up to our crown chakra, our center of connection with something greater than ourselves. Whether you want to call that God, whether you want to call that the universe, the cosmos, your angels, your ancestors, your guardians, your guides, nature, life, whatever you want to call it. It's that connection with everything around us, everyone around us. And I honestly believe that a lot of cases of, people who develop conditions like dementia, stuff like that, I honestly believe that some of that is partly if you don't feel valued anymore, for example, if you don't feel that your wisdom, your memories, that you are valued, then you're going to start shutting it down. In many cultures, older people were revered, were really respected. You went to them as they were the wise men and wise women. But in the Western culture, it's not quite like that. And I do believe that a lot of older people, when they feel that their life has no purpose, and that they're saying that they're not valued anymore, that their body literally starts to shut down. One of the things to go is their memories and their knowledge, which is crown and connection with all that is. So we're focusing on the crown chakra. Now the crown chakra is said to be, just a little way above your head, but focusing on the crown of your head. So if you just take your hand and just find kind of like the top of your head and just gently press down and release it, and you can feel it. Now I like to imagine I've got like a little skylight in the top of my head and I'm trying to look up and out. So when I turn my inner gaze to the crown center, I kind of imagine I've got a little skylight in my head. So we're going to start off in a position called crocodile pose. So you're going to come onto your belly. You're going to hold on to opposite elbows. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Now you're going to take your legs a little bit wider than hip width. Toes are turned out if you can. So feet turned out if you can. It's a very, very gentle kind of back bend. Pressing down into your elbows, melting your mid and lower back down into the floor. Then let the head hang down. Close your eyes and again turn your eye gaze all the way up to the crown of your head, as if you're trying to look up and out of the crown of your head. And just take a few breaths here, observing. And imagine like a little funnel or a little portal at the crown of your head. And imagine like whales, they spurt water out the top of their head. I want you to imagine breathing in and out through the top of your head. So as you breathe in, imagine drawing energy down through that little portal in the top of your head. As you breathe out, visualize the breath, the energy, life force flowing up and out of the crown of your head. There's like a cord or a funnel connecting you to the universe, to the heavens, to the cosmos. Noticing the quality of the breath as you breathe. Just noticing your body as it rests on Mother Earth. Taking another nice deep breath in. And breathing all the way out. And just starting to lift your head. Bring your legs back so the tops of the feet are on the floor. Bring your hands either side of your chest. Inhale, lift your belly, lift your hips. Exhale, reverse, press up. Come onto your hands and knees. Hands onto your shoulders, knees onto your hips. Again, if you can, eyes closed, focusing on your crown. As you breathe in, lift your tailbone, drop your belly and draw your heart between your upper arms. And just lift your chin slightly. Now imagine a line of light from your tailbone up to the crown of your head, up and out of the crown of your head. As you breathe out, tailbone tucks under, lift the belly button up to the sky, lift through the back of your heart. Imagine drawing your chin to your chest and hold for a second in that arch. So inhale, lead with your tailbone, like a ripple type effect from your tailbone all the way to your crown. You're visualizing that white light energy flowing from the tailbone to the crown. As you exhale, tailbone tucks under, belly button pulls in, expand your ribs, lift through the back of your heart, tuck the chin to the chest, pressing the floor away. Inhale, Tailbone lifts, belly drops, heart forward, hug the upper arms in towards you, shine your heart forward, chin lifts slightly last. Exhale. So again, it's a ripple type effect from your tailbone all the way to the crown. Once more, inhale, lift the tailbone, breathing that white light energy all the way from the tailbone to the crown. And coming into a neutral position, maybe bring your knees a little bit closer together, lift that right leg up, and you're going to bring the knee in and circle it out, down and around. So pull the knee in, circle it out, down, around, loosening up in to your hips, keeping both arms straight. Really feeling into it, engaging your core, then going the other way. So drawing a big circle around the other way. And if you like, you can keep your eyes closed. And inhale, lift that leg up behind you. Draw your heart forward. Imagine you're trying to touch the back of your head with your toes. As you exhale, pull the knee in towards the nose, lift through the back of your heart. So inhale, lift, imagine you're trying to touch the back of your head, eye gaze up towards your crown. Exhale, imagine trying to bring the forehead towards your knee. Hold for a second. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arching up. Once more, breathe in. And out. And come back to your knees, tuck your toes under, sit back to your heels. Come up, just take a breath here. Roll the shoulders back and down a couple of times. Just wake up the toes. We're going to come into a half camel pose, Ardha Ustrasana. Tuck your tailbone under, drive forward with your hips, squeeze your tush, lift your floating ribs, lift your chest, right hand to your lower back, reaching the left arm up. You can either look forward or you can look up and back at that hand, or you can lift your chin and close your eyes, focusing on your crown. Keep lifting through your heart space. Again, visualizing that line of energy from your tailbone up and out of the crown of your head. Spread out your fingers. Keep opening your heart. Keep driving your hips forward. 4 deep breaths. Melt the shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your tush. And in-breath, come back up. And release. Come back onto your hands and knees. Untuck your toes. Now bringing that left knee in and circling it out and around. Drawing as big a circle as you can, letting the breath flow through you as you're doing that. And changing direction. Try and go slower than you want to. So rather than using momentum, you're really using your whole body. And inhale, lift that leg up, draw your heart forward, pull the hands towards you. Exhale, pull it in. Try and touch your forehead to your knee. Inhale, touch the back of your head with your toes, or imagine that's what you're doing. Lift your thigh, heart forward. Exhale, arching up, holding for a second. Inhale, heart forward, up and out the crown of your head. Exhale, forehead to knee. Release that knee down, tuck your toes. and back onto your heels. Again, roll the shoulders back and down. Hands to your waist, tuck the tailbone under, drive forward, left hand on your lower back, reach your right arm up and back. And imagine your arm is like an extension of your spine. So you're going up and over as opposed to leaning backwards. So imagine you're pushing your hips forward and you're lifting your hips, lift your nipples, lift your collarbones, reach the fingertips. If you lift your chin, close your eyes, make sure there's no strain in your neck or jaw. Have a sense of openness, expansion. This is one of my favorite poses. Keep lifting and opening through your heart space. Slide your shoulder blades down towards the back of your heart. Then release, come up, nice and slowly. Keep the toes tucked, bum to your heels, slide the hands out. We're going to set up for down face dog. Bring your fingers together and thumbs together. Hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Slide the shoulder blades away from your ears. Look towards your toes so that when you press into your hands and knees start to lift off the floor. Then straighten your legs, opening up the backs of the knees, coming into your down face dog. Hips high, don't worry if the heels don't touch the floor. Eye gaze towards your crown. So your arms should be beside your ears. And then you've got little balloons attached to your hips. And either stay here, or if you can, reach your left hand to your right ankle and bend that left leg, lifting that left heel. And a good stretch in your hamstring, looking under the right shoulder, so really energize that right arm and the right leg. Take a bit of weight into your left foot as well, make sure the weight isn't shifting too far over to the right. Take a breath here. And press the left heel down, replace the left hand. Try and aim the right hand to the left ankle, make sure the weight is on both feet. Then see if you can lift that right heel, bend the right knee, drop the hip, looking under that left armpit. So a little twist here, really stretching out your hamstrings, relax your jaw, bring a little smile to your face. Then press that right heel to the floor, release your right hand. Gently lower your knees, untuck your toes, come up, clasp your hands, roll your shoulders, stretch the hands down. When you come forward, bring your forehead flat to the floor so that when you roll up, you'll then be on the crown of your head. So you're literally just going to bow forward, forehead to the floor. And lift your hips, roll up, so you're on the crown of the head, stretch your arms up and over, Yoga Mudra, looking through the crown of your head, as if you can see down into Mother Earth through the crown of your head. And just taking a couple of nice deep breaths here, noticing what you can see with your eyes closed. So noticing what you see in your crown, noticing what you can see as if you can see through that little skylight. It's also great for massaging your scalp, for giving yourself a little cranial massage as well as strengthening your neck. Make sure you are right on the crown of your head, so you're not tucking your chin in at all. So there should be no discomfort whatsoever. And after your next exhale, gently lower down, come into your child's pose, relax your arms, and just stay here for a breath or two, noticing how you feel. You can stay for as long as you like. And today's mission, should you choose to accept it, is to imagine feeling everything as energy. So again, taken from Kyle Gray, feeling life force. Life force runs through your veins. It passes through every major organ of your body. It flows through the animals and vegetables of the planet. It moves through everything that is. It is powerful, magical, and real. It is your connection to love, to wisdom, to the angels, to healing, and to the universe. Life force is yours. You deserve to know it. You are running on it now. Feeling it is natural. You sometimes just need some imagination to do that, but it's there, and you can tap into the beat and wave running through you. If you've ever seen the movie Avatar, and if you haven't, you need to, you'll remember that there's a subtle life force that runs through all the avatars, their planets, animals, and land. All of this energy is connected to the force of being that they call Awa. This is so similar to what clairvoyants see and to the level of connectivity we can reach when we move into our meditation practice. So one of the things that you can do to practice this is literally to start off by rubbing your hands together until you generate that heat, and then holding your hands just a few inches away, and notice the sensation between your hands, and notice how as you move your hands further away or closer together again, you can feel the subtle sensations. They are quite subtle, so it might be easier to close your eyes, but you can literally feel the connection. I always imagine it like cosmic chewing gum, even taking your hands in different directions, you can feel there's a connection, there's still a connection. And you can try this even, with yourself or with someone else, just sensing in, and imagine you can see or feel the energy of everything. Even try it with plants, just hold your hands over a plant and notice sensations, because quite often it's very subtle. But the more you notice, the more you practice, the more kind of obvious it gets. It's like when we say, oh, I pick up a bad vibe, got a bad feeling. That's picking up on energy. But that's because it's, it's quite strong. If you've got a crowd of people all feeling happy and energized, you pick up on it. The same as we gravitate towards people who are happy and joyful, and we kind of move away from people who are a bit moody and grumpy. That is energy. So enjoy the rest of your day, beautiful soul, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Much love to you. Mwah. Hello. Sorry, Miss Lupu.